13.6, law of cosines. Now, with this one, I will not give you the proofs for it. I will tell you it's based on the Pythagorean theorem. But there are 3 different forms depending on which angle you know. Now, I'm going to do a quick review here of law of sines and then do law of cosines. Just to remember, when I have the law of sines, what information can I know and use the law of sines? You need to know 3 things about a triangle.
Angle, angle, side.
Yep. You know 2 angles and the side that's not between them. I can know 2 angles and the side that is between them. So if I know 2 angles and a side, I'm going to use law of sines. That's what you're going to do it. What's the other way? Side, side, angle. If I know 2 sides and an angle not between them, I use the law of sines. So, for the law of cosines, for the law of cosines, if I know an angle, the side between them, and another angle. Oops, not that one. Sorry.
No, you don't.
Side, the angle between them, and the other side. Side, angle, side. Or if I know any 3 sides of the triangle. If that's what I know to start out with, I will use the law of cosines. And with that information, I can solve the entire triangle. I can tell you all 3 angles and all 3 sides if I start with any one of those 3 pieces of information. Now there's one, I've got sides and angles, I have all the combinations that you can have together up there except for one. That's this one. If I know 3 angles of the triangle, why is that not underneath of one of those 2? You can't find the sides. You could figure out the ratios of the sides, but if all I know is 3 angles, I could have one little bitty triangle like that, or I could have a very big triangle where the angles are all the same, but the sides are not. So that's why. So if all you know is 3 angles, you cannot solve a triangle. However, all those others you can. So with that information, let's look at the law of cosines. It says that side A squared equals side B squared plus side C squared minus 2BC times the cosine of angle A. Now there's a different version depending on which angle you have. I want you to notice that the side on this side of the equal sign matches the angle on the other side. And that's true for all 3 of them. So let's apply it. Okay, so here I have side A is 11, side C is 14, and side B is 34 degrees. So if I sketch that triangle, B is 34, so it's going to be pretty little. B is 34 degrees. A equals 11. Angle A we don't know. We need to figure out. Side C equals 14. Angle C we don't know. We need to figure out. And side B we need to figure out. Okay. So if your information is like this, where it's side, angle, side, the other way to check to see if it's side, angle, side, I have 3 different letters. I have 3 different letters. It's going to be side, angle, side. It's going to be, if one one of them's an angle. Okay, so you look at this one, it's going to be the second version here because I know angle B. So I'm going to use B squared, oops, stop plus, B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine of B. So now I plug in what I know. So B squared equals 11 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 11 times 14 cosine of 34 degrees. Now, I'm going to remind you guys of some order of operations things. When I go to combine these, exponents are first. So I get 121 plus 196 equal or minus 2 times 11 times 14. Well, 2 times 11 is 22.
91.
Somebody who's got a calculator, what's 22 times 14? 308. Cosine of 34 degrees. Now, just a reminder, I can't combine all three of these just yet. I can add 121 plus 196, but that other one has a cosine. So 121 and 196 is, what is it? 317. Okay, I get to this point before I grab my calculator. That's minus, not plus. So now when you enter this in your calculator, you can say 317 minus, be sure you put parentheses, 308 cosine 34 degrees, enter. What do you get? Give me to the nearest hundred. 60.
61.66.
Okay. Now that's B squared. Now don't round it. Leave that in your calculator. Okay. And now to get B, either raise that to the 0.5 power or say second square root, second answer, either way.
7.85.
7.85. Now I'm going to have you round to the nearest hundredth because I'm going to be using these for computation. It makes it way more accurate. Okay, everybody get that?
I got 61.6.
Okay, you got that. Okay. So then, while that's in there, you say second square root, second answer. Okay? Everybody got it now? Okay, so that's the side I'm missing, and I was only missing one side, so I got that so far. Now, at this point, let's look back at our triangle we drew up here. I've got B equals 7. I know all three sides. And one angle, I need to find the other two angles. You could use the law of cosines again, but what I would do, because the law of sines is a little easier to use, just less numbers, I would use the law of cosines at this point.
Using the law of sines.
Law of sines. Yes. Because I have angle B and side B is a pair. When you get a pair, then you can use the law of sines, and then let's find angle A first. So that would be the sine of B is 34 degrees
Over 7.85.
over 7.85 equals the sine of angle A, and you could do C first, wouldn't matter which way you did it, over 11. So,
Are we still rounding to the hundred?
for your final answer, you can round to the 10th. If you are going to have to use it in computation, keep it to the 100th. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so for like the angle.
So you can do it to the nearest.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have sine of A equals 11 sine of 34 degrees over and don't round it. I got about 7.835,
That's what I got.
or 0.7835, and so on, okay, and then you say second sign, second answer, that the inverse sign gives you A, which is about 51.6 degrees. Now the only other computation I have to do with this is to add it to B and subtract from 180. So you can round that to the 10th. So to find C, I know two angles. I know they all three have to add to 180. 34 plus 51.6. I got,
C 9.4.
I got 94.
Oh wait, maybe.
That doesn't mean that it's this.
Oh wait, never mind. I did it wrong. I did 56.6.
I got 94.41. Everybody else get the same thing? Okay. So that's my other two angles. So I've got B, I've got A is approximately 51.6, not 15. And C is 94 point. There's my three answers. Okay, so you're going to use all of your tools to get where you need to be. Questions about that one? Now, that's side angle side. You can also solve a triangle if the given information was side, side, side. All they give you is sides, you have to figure out all three angles. So, if all you know is sides, the first thing you have to do is use the law of cosines. Now, it doesn't matter, let's look back at all of our, it doesn't matter which one of these you use, you just decide which angle you're going to find first. So if we're going to find angle A first, we'll use the first one. Doesn't matter, you can choose any one. So the first one goes A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. So plug in what you know. So that's 12 squared equals 27 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 27 times 20 cosine of A. Okay, so now the cosine of A I need to get all by itself. So again, I would caution you about your order of operations. So I'm going to have 144 equals 27 squared. 729 plus 400 minus 2 times 27 times 20 is 1080 cosine of A. Now that one has a cosine of A. I'm going to leave all of that term on the right side. I'm going to subtract 400 and I'm going to subtract 729. Both of those from this side. 144 minus 400 minus 729. I get a negative 985 equals a negative 1080 cosine A. Now you divide by the negative 1080. And I get about 0.912 and so on. Don't round it, leave it in your calculator. That's equal to my cosine of A. So to find A, what do I do?
Second cosine.
Second cosine. So second cosine, second answer. So A is approximately 24.2 degrees. I have one angle. I need to get a second angle. Now, you could use law of cosines again to get B or C, or you can apply law of sines. Which one you want to do? Sines? Okay. So for sines, I know 1A, so my pair is going to be with little a. Here, I'll write it on the slide so you can keep track of what we're doing. So we've got sine of A, which is 24 point, and since we're doing computations with it, we'll write it as 24.21 over A, which is 12, equals, and I'm not going to have room here, sine of, let's say C. 20 is a nice number to work with, over 20. Cross multiply, and you guys know this by now, we've been doing lots of these. So I get 20 sine 24.21 over 12 equals the sine of C. So you figure 20 sine 24.21 divided by 12 gives me the sine of C is approximately, 0.683, and don't round. Say second sine, second enter, or second answer. So C is approximately 43.1 degrees. So I've got two of them. Once you've got two of them, then this becomes easy.
I solved for cosine of B and I got 112.7.
What did you do?
I solved for the cosine of B and got.
So you did it with the other formula?
Yeah, I did it with B and then just.
It should be this one.
And both ones are
Haha. So I got it right.
You just did
Oh,
B.
I think you did the other one. Gotcha. Okay. I thought you were telling me I messed up somewhere. So that's 43.1 plus 24.2, and when you do that, what did you get?
And that's what I got for my answer.
And you got it starting the other way. Gotcha. Okay, so there's your three angles.
We're done?
So you'll add them. Yep, we're done.